All right, Shalom. We're going to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to your brothers to the four corners of the earth, preaching this word and also laboring in this word in truth, love, and sincerity. May blessings fall upon the houses of the 1/3. And we are here another week to preach and prophesy the downfall, destruction of American Babylon the Great, and tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So, you know, you better just roll with it through the spirit.
Kind. So, you know, we were trying to think about what we was going to go into, and I had a thought recently, man, because even I was watching the brother Howard Shah Zion. This happened to me before I saw his video, but he was mentioning a situation that I had went to that gave me an idea for a lesson. Okay, so what he was going into was how he was going the speed limit, really a little bit above it, but there was a dude behind him flicking his blinkers and honking at him like, you know, get out the way, move, you know. And the thought that came to mind when I was in my situation was I had a dude pretty much come from behind me and try to cut me off and almost cause a wreck. Okay, and I was just thinking, okay, this microwave spirit, this now spirit, this microwave spirit is gonna get America Babylon the Great cooked, man. Okay, because of the pride in this place. Because that's really a pride standpoint when you come from that that standpoint of I can't wait, I want it now.
Yeah,
that's a proud thing, you know. It takes humility to wait, and ultimately, that same spirit of I want it now. You know, like it's my money, I want it now. They're gonna use that to push the market to beast, like the brother, like this brother mentioned right here.
Right. Yeah, but that type of spirit is going to destroy you, man. You know, even let's take a look at the microwave, right? The microwave does cook your food faster, you see, but what does it do? It cooks all the nutrients out your food, man. So the food that you think you're making that you might claim is healthy, that's finished once it goes in the microwave. And even if you stand near the microwave, right, your body's being cooked, man.
Yep.
You see? So the things that Esau have created to be just quick, fast, right? Those were really destroying you. See? And as the brother was saying, all these different goodies that y'all people go run and go get, y'all go to 7-Eleven, Speedways, McDonald's, all these fast food places, the places where you can just get it hot and ready.
Yep.
Once that shit is out the door, you finished, man. You see, because Jake don't know how to do nothing else. Jake don't know how to wait. Jake don't have the patience, and Jake don't know how to do anything else but get it fast, get it hot and ready like Little Caesars. You see, so that's why the brother was saying from so many different standpoints. And this truly is a microwave generation, man. You see, and we live in a microwave generation standpoint of everything.
Yep.
So you know, go ahead, bro. Let you go ahead.
This is Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right. See, and this mark in the Greek is charagma, man. Okay? And this is a physical mark, a carnal mark that Esau is going to put in. Okay? And this mark is different from the mark that's in Ezekiel 9 and 4. Okay? This mark is different. You see? Because the mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4 is a tawah, meaning the exempt from judgment. You see? But hey, getting this mark, when you read Revelation the 14th chapter, I believe verse 9 on down, and it talks about a harsh judgment you're going to get from taking this mark. You see? But we know how Esau is going to tie all this in because of the microwave thinking that our people have, right? So it's like, since they got to have it now, here, let's make them get the chip so they could take it now. You know, like me and the brother just did a quick lesson, you know, about the snares of the fowler. Oh, it's going to tie it right to that. About the snares of the fowler, because if Esau was to say, as far as Black Friday, we know it just passed, but if Esau was to say, the only way you can participate in Black Friday sales is by taking a chip, they taking it. Just to get discounts, people will take the chip to catch the Black Friday sales. You see?
So you already got people who are dying, getting ran over and trodden down, you know, just for what, a TV, right? A TV,
off-brand TV,
80% off,
right?
Right. So imagine what's gonna happen. Yeah, like the example the bro came out with. Imagine what's gonna happen when they say you can't get these deals or these different commodities you have unless you have the chip. They gonna line right up to get the chip.
Right. And you've been, and since it has been normalized and you have been conditioned to live in this particular way, it's easier for them to do it. You know, it's not going to take people are not going to think about it as if it's, you know, a part of Satan's devices. They're not going to think about it like that. They're going to say, you know what, it's just regular, this is just regularly and it's normal, you know, and we got to make it happen.
Right.
Or we got to follow suit. My bad.
Right. And see, what's the key? What's one of the keys to being a good hunter? Is being sneaky, being subtle. And Esau is very subtle. He comes in the spirit of the serpent, like in the garden, man. Which one of the definitions of that word serpent, if I'm not mistaken, or no, actually that word beast goes into a human being. It says he was more subtle than he was the most subtle beast of the field. Roughly paraphrasing. These niggas about to wreck. They just like that's what we're just going into, man. Can't wait for 2 seconds. You know, you just gotta jump out there. But
and
Salaki, what I was going, go ahead, bro.
No, I was saying, I was just touching on about how being patient, like when you dealing with hunting, you know, that goes with hunting deer, that goes with you know, fishing, all that. You have to be patient, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, Esau's patient to scoop niggas up, basically.
And the brothers in Dallas made a good point. The brother Elder Aliala said it. He said Esau has the time to do what he has to do. He has time on his hands. See, Jake, we ain't got time on our hands. We gotta do the word, we gotta do this, that, blah, blah, blah. But Esau got nothing but time. And especially the elites. They rule everything. They ain't got shit but time.
Nothing but time to destroy.
Switch to that app, we just keep going. I'll merge it together. Go ahead, yeah. Alright. Yeah, so like the point I was trying to make was, with him being very subtle, one of his snares is a basic building block to life in this place, such as the grocery store. You depend on him to go get food.
Part of the curses. You gotta go to him for the want of all things.
That's right, and he's gonna use that type of scenario because we're so dependent on him to snare people in as well to get the chip. He's gonna use all these different things, your medication that he's got you addicted to. You know what I'm saying? Where, hey man, they got medication. I learned recently, steroids. When you take it, if you take one dose, your body's already become addicted to it. And if you don't wean yourself off of it, you go through withdrawals like you've been on it for years, like you've been on some type of heavy drug, man. You know, and it could possibly have very, very serious complications. So Esau's a damn devil, but he uses all these things to rail you in so that you can, you know, be caught in that trap, man.
Order to escape.
Exactly.
Finish your Revelation.
It's Revelations chapter 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the number of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, so without that mark, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing, man. You ain't gonna be able to do things regularly in society like everyone else. You see? So since you're already dependent upon Esau, it's gonna make it easier, you know, for you to take the chip, you know? You're not gonna think twice about it. But the elect ain't gonna take the chip. You know? Because what? As the reason what? 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we're not ignorant of his devices, man. And we know part of his devices is his craftiness, man. You know? He used subtlety, he used craftiness to deceive the people, to make people think that, you know, this chip is the next best thing coming. That it's the new trend. You see? Hey, and I'm at the well, you might want to like this again whenever you get a chance. So I'm at the grocery store, you know, doing what I'm doing, and a lady's talking about her credit cards. She said, yeah, man, I'm tired of this credit card company, blah blah blah. You know, it's messing it got my payments and things all off. You know, things ain't going right. I'm paying it, but it ain't showing up. You know, and things is being bad. So the one lady said, well, you know, Russia just, you know, people are scared because Russia just did a cyber attack, blah blah blah. So the lady mentioned, she says, you know what? She said, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of a cyber attack. And I'm laughing in my mind because I'm like, that's the shit people are worried about, man. Cyber attacks, man. But nuclear destruction is about to come on the earth. And all chaos and hell, but people talking about a cyber attack, man. You know what? I'm gonna read I guess it's Christian, but I'm gonna read, what fits all in the criteria of a cyber attack.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a scripture to that.
Yeah. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth."
Hold on, where you at? Start at 3.
Start at 3. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed."
Right, the man of sin has been revealed, man. The man of sin is Esau, Edom, man. But who was it being revealed to at this time? The Romans. They were Edomites, man. Go ahead.
Right. "The son of perdition."
Son of destruction, man. That's all Esau is, man. He's nothing but destruction, man. You see? When we talk about things destroyed, the first person to come to your mind is Esau. The hell with Jake and the Hood shooting each other down. I was just having a talk to somebody else about things like that. When she said, yeah, we're destroying the earth. I'm like, what you mean we? Who is we?
We ain't got the power to destroy.
We ain't got the power. We destroying each other. Ourselves.
Yeah.
But we ain't destroying the world.
Destroying these little corners that they push us in.
Yeah.
These little ghettos. But shit, man, when it comes to the world, it ain't no we, man. It's the people in control, man.
Right.
It says, verse 4, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he is as the Most High, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High."
Right, and that's Esau, man. That's his God complex behavior, man. You see? He wants to be known as the Heavenly Father, man. He wants to be greeted, and looked at as if he's the Heavenly Father, man. He wants to be that know-all, be-all, see-all. So that's why he creates all these different things to have those, those different godlike characteristics, But he truly can't have them, but he does through his great technology. He does, exhibit. He does exhibit, those features I mentioned. The hear-all, the see-all, dealing with his satellite system, dealing with the different technology he creates, where he's able to right now tap into. If this was a live stream, he'll be able to tap into our live stream and control it. He can probably control it now if he really wanted to. He can get our cell phones to control it. He got the different makeup of the cars with the chips where he can control it. TVs, computers, whatever dealing with the technology he has been making now, he can control it. He can tap into it. That's the reason why he can see and hear you through your damn screens and all that, man. You see?
Yeah.
But going back to that's that God complex, man. Because he wants to be everywhere at all times, hear everything at all times, and see everything at all times, man.
Right. Esau even got his own wicked left-hand miracles that he performed. These little chemicals where he can change a male frog into a female frog. Okay, and other little different medicines. Because he got cures. Because
he knows how to play with those elements.
That's right.
You see?
He got certain cures out there, he just don't give them to you.
Right. They're not perfected, but they're enough to do it. No. There's enough that they're going to keep growing and shit, man.
Whatever.
There's enough to do what he got to do, like the brother said. He got cures,
yeah.
You see? But, hey, yo. Because, and the thing is, he got both spectrums. He got the diseases and he got the cures.
Yeah.
Because he does his different studies enough where it's like, you know what? If my select group get them, we got the cures to help. But we got these diseases also for the depopulation and all that too.
Right.
Don't think Esau don't got both sides of the coin. Don't think he don't play both sides of the coin.
And everything in between, man. He got the cure, the treatment, the disease, another strain of the disease. Because Esau's whole thing is not about life, man. He's not a creature that was created for life. I might get that in Habakkuk.
A quick precept, right? Because Esau has the God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. So with him playing both sides, that's him trying to be balanced, just like the Most High, but in wickedness.
Yeah.
Right? This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but just weights are His delight." Right? And you know, with things being in balance, you have to have, you know, both sides. You have the right side and the left side. So Esau creates a situation where he has a disease, but then he has the cure. Right? He has a problem. He creates the problem, then he also creates the solution, like the Most High. You know?
Right, but in all spectrum, he's only doing what the Most High allows him to do.
Right.
Because he can't go beyond his measure. You know.
Right.
So the different cures are created for who they need to go for, or you know, the different things to help people health-wise. But that's all through the mercy of the Lord. Because the Lord could lead you downtrodden and sick if He chose. But I got this, Isaiah 45 verse 7. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." So just backing up, the Lord does everything, and He has everything under control. You know, but like the brother said, He got balance. So Esau is coming at the same standpoint, like, you know what? I got everything in control. I'm the one that can put you in jail or release you. I'm the one that can cure you or keep you sick. You know, just give an example of different ways. You got it, bro.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, hey, that's exactly right. He can and he even has these little shows of mercy that he likes to do to try to look benevolent or kind and loving. You know what I'm saying? So that you can trust him even more. You know what I mean?
That's a tactic of the devil, man.
Exactly, man. Hey, subtle, man, like that serpent in the garden.
Like
Habakkuk 2 and 4, because the bro made a statement. You know, well, we was talking about everything, and I was like, you know, he's a man of death. He's not a man of life. You know. Habakkuk 2 and 4, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine." And what's that wine? His philosophies, what he believes,
ideologies,
yeah. Like he's God. He even says he is a proud man. So his wine is, "I'm God."
But you know what though? Through his philosophies and ideologies, that's why people look at Esau as he is a god, because everything goes through him. You know? Well, when you think about, well, you know, he's the one feeding us, he's the one that's taking care of us, he's the one doing this, he's doing that. That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
He just is in that position of power to do all these things. He's ruling.
Right. And going even with that medicine thing, because I experienced that recently. You know, one of my people had got a breathing treatment because they couldn't breathe. Hey man, when I tell you it was tears because they could breathe again, I was like, this how Esau get motherfuckers. You know, you go from you can't breathe and he give you a breathing treatment. You may have asthma, and then now you can breathe again. You can go to sleep without coughing. Without worrying about it, you're gonna suffocate to death. Hey man, that's a mini miracle right there. And if you're not grounded in your how about Shemi Awashai, you don't really think that Esau is like a god.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You be like, oh, the modern medicine. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not knowing that's truly the mercy of the Most High, man. You know, allowing Esau to heal you, so to speak. I gotta find that in the one in Sirach.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Tell you
it's not the herb that heals, but it's the Most High that heals.
Right.
Yeah.
Sirach 38.
You know what you're talking about, brother. I'm gonna finish this. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So he is as death, man. You know, he's pretty much death personified, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 5. It says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders." So going into those miracles the bro's talking about.
That's right.
You got miracles on the left hand and you got miracles on the right hand.
That's right. Yep, and true actual miracles, which like the brother got right there, is really the Most High allows you to get healed by these different medicines and herbs. You know what I'm saying? But Esau has the right, formulation in there. You know what I'm saying? On the carnal side of things. Also, it talks about that the mystery of iniquity already working. I heard the breakdown on it is because at that time they was calling themselves the Greeks and the Romans and stuff,
the Romans.
but they had pushed the Japhetic people out, and they was covering up their name of being Edomites with other names.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They oppress a man in even his heritage.
That's right.
Right. So like this a little bit more. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. For this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, and that they should believe a lie, that all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Right? So, with this microchip, Esau he's gonna use whatever he got, man. Whether it be food supply, you need food. You need, just like the bro was going into, you need medical care, right? You need to do certain things, basic everyday things you need to do throughout life in order to survive. Esau is gonna say, if you don't get the chip, you ain't gonna be able to do that.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to live.
And it's already set up. It's already in progress as we speak.
Yep.
Because because the first place they started doing it with was the healthcare business. You see, dealing with people's health. So I mean, it's already set up and it's already being pushed. It's already been put in place. They just they just going with the flow now.
Yep. They implement it little by little, man. That's a part of that definition of that word subtle. It's hard to pinpoint, hard to be explained, it's difficult to really categorize every little thing that Esau has done over the course of the years and put it all on one place and say, see, this is how he piece by piece conditioned your mind and implemented this technology and then switched this technology and then people start looking at you like you crazy, man.
Hey, they condition our people with this image right here.
That's right.
Right? That's Esau trying to show himself to be God or the Most High. Right? They condition our people with this right here.
That's right.
Alright, so I got Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. It says, see now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So that's just going back to show you it's truly everything still goes back to the Lord. He's the one who wounds, he's the one that heals. And it's not necessarily Esau's medicine and things like that, which that plays little parts, but the Lord can block that easily. There's someone out there that can take the strongest pain medicine. They can be in severe pain and they can get the highest dose. And if the Lord wants you to go through that, he can either not let you get it, or he can just, when you take it, he just block it so you can still be in pain.
Did you read the one in the Apocrypha they talking about? It's not the herb that heals, but I can get that.
I got the one right here.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Ecclesiasticus 38, verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him. So really, a person that's a physician, you are more better off calling them a healer. In other words, because a doctor just means to falsify. Doctor just means to basically bandage up. So when you say these different doctors and all that, they ain't doing shit but falsifying information to you, right? Giving you to run around with bullshit. You see, because that medical industry, that shit's a big fraud, man. That's a big fraud. I mean, it has been coming out more and more of doctors saying, different things of happening, to our people, behind it. Because, see, man, let me get this. Cause I just did a lesson on this, right? I'm see if I can pull it up, what this guy was saying. Because I was going into there's a big agenda against the Israelites, right? So there's a okay, right here. There's an agenda right? And this is a doctor, right? So it says the science agenda to exterminate blacks. You see, but it's really to exterminate the Israelites, right? So these are scientists and doctors that have been doing these studies and have came to the realization to say what they trying to kill y'all, you know, and they become whistleblowers, and Esau ends up killing them or making them look crazy to the point where people don't believe what they got to say. But this shit is true. So it says, read it real quick. It says, this video lecture documents the patterns of heavy metal poisonings, medical experimentation, organ harvesting, convert fertility tests, forces, and other tactics that seek to eliminate blacks from our planet. And I'm gonna just, instead of using the word black, I'm gonna use Israelites. Alright? It says, these genocidal tactics are carried out in the name of science and the medicine via the following vectors. Didn't I just say, talk about the damn medical field? How that shit is a fraud? How that's really to destroy our people? Number one, food supply. Lack of infertility chemicals confirmed by the New York Times, quoting a U.S. president's science advisor. Number two, water supply. Heavy metals poisoning, as we recently witnessed in Flint, Michigan. Number three, medical experimentation. The Guatemalan prisoner experiments funded by the U.S. government, etc. Number four, cancer. This proportionately affects people of darker skin color due to the vitamin D deficiency. Number five, abortion activities that target Israelites to organ to harvest, man. And then we talk about your medical field here, man, Esau.
You know what? And they tie in. See, it all goes back to Esau. It all goes back to Job 9 and 24. It all goes back to Job 9 and 24 because one of the things that just stood out about what the bro just said was the cancer, how it targets how it targets Israelites, okay? Because of a lack of vitamin D, because of the melanin in their skin. But what causes cancer? A big thing is the things you take in. Now Esau has set it up where he'll lie to you and tell you that certain things you need in your diet, like the food pyramid. Hey, dairy don't need to fucking be on the damn food pyramid.
Exactly.
Dairy don't need to be a meat. You don't have to eat meat to be healthy, man.
No, you don't.
So he sets it up and tells you you need these things to be healthy, but these things are cancer-causing agents. Especially the way that he raised this shit.
Even dealing with the dentist.
Right.
They tell you we're supposed to brush our teeth, but there's fluoride in the toothpaste. But then when you read on the back of the label of the toothpaste, it says, if swallowed too much, call poison control. What the fuck you talk? What?
Right. And then it even tells you, see, there's no reason it should be in the water because that fluoride in that water don't even hit your teeth really. It don't be on your teeth long enough to have an effect, man. So you just drinking poison.
Oh, good. You got that, Job?
Yeah. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. So, hey, it all goes back to that control that's been given into the hands of the Assyrian, which is the sword, which is the rod of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, okay? And, hey, man, at the end of the day, he formulates these things to keep us sick. And then he tells us he has the cure.
I got a quick example. You want to say that real quick, bro?
Yeah. There's a documentary, I can't remember the name of it, on Netflix, but it goes into how this guy, this Edomite, he was having problems, all types of medical problems, but then he decided to change his diet. But he actually went to a cancer research center and also a diabetes research center, and he looked up on the website the foods that they listed to help prevent diabetes. And then he looked into the foods and realized, he came to the conclusion that these foods are causing cancer and diabetes.
They continue it.
Right. So when he went and had an interview with one of these guys there, he was like, the foods that's on your website, these are the same foods that cause cancer and diabetes. What would be a good suggestion for nutritional suggestion for preventing these things? You know what the guy told him? He was like, well, I don't know. That's none of your business. I don't have anything to do with that. Right? He completely tried to negate the fact that they're causing diabetes and cancer.
Right. You know what? And ultimately, when it comes down to the come down, you know, what eliminates a lot of these things that's going on with our people? Right here. This right here, the knowledge of the scriptures and listening to the men of the Lord, this eliminates all the shit that you're going through, Jake.
What did the scripture say? And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's right.
Roughly paraphrasing.
That's
So
right.
when you know better, then you can do better.
Right.
You can avoid the bullshit. You ain't gonna fall for everything. So like,
No, you good, bro. Cause that's facts. We just stating facts. This, all these scriptures, man, the knowledge of the Holy Scriptures that eliminate all that bullshit. I mean, so to speak, because we still gotta do certain things in society. We're pushed to try to eat the best of the worst.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, brothers, once they got into this, brothers start taking care of their health. They start taking care of their health more seriously.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They start eating herbs. You know, drinking a better, higher pH water.
Right.
You know, just
trying to
different
avoid
things. You know
high
what I'm saying?
fructose corn syrup and
Right.
different things. You know,
Leaving off from different meats that contain more the parasites and madness. You know,
Right.
but that's all going back to knowing the scripture, bro. You know.
And, hey,
So-
for every other condition too, man.
Yeah.
And hey, when the law is laid down, it creates peace.
Jeez.
Look at Solomon. King Solomon, 40 years of peace. Why? Because he had the law established in the earth, right? And that created peace. You know, and that's what we looking for also, man.
I got some.
and I just want to make one last statement going into what I was saying earlier, because even that and it's fully indoctrination everywhere you go. Because I was at this grocery store, man. I was at Costco, and they have this little thing where they sell sausages. And I'm walking by, or they give samples.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh yeah, come eat the sausage. It's good for you." I'm like, the scriptures tell you not to be greedy in meats because they cause infirmity. Meat causes inflammation in your body. Not saying that you shouldn't eat it. Not saying that you shouldn't eat it, but you have to be moderate on it. You know, these are things that I'm learning now. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta balance it out with inflammatory food.
With anti-inflammatory, yeah, like greens,
Anti-inflammatory food,
man. It's very important to integrate greens into your daily life, a salad at least, or something, you know. But the nerve of Esau, man, you know, the nerve of Esau will tell you that swine is a healthy protein, you know. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so it's another study, right? Going back to the health, right? Bro, there's one that pops up. You can get illnesses. Health is
Help us
This is
above rubies.
yeah, but no, there's another one that talk about how great that somebody. It's an apocalypse about talk about like somebody have everything. Your health is more important than all.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So-
to be poor with a sound body, basically.
Yep.
Better to be rich with many
Yep.
infirmities. Yeah, roughly paraphrased.
Right. So here goes another health tip. Hey, this is for you sisters out there. Another health tip. Oh, now you know what? Not only you sisters, because you niggas is starting to do the same thing, man. Y'all bugged out. You see? It says hair dyes and straighteners linked to higher cancer risk, especially for black women. Now look at that. You see? So you want to say, well, we don't say nothing to help y'all out. There you go, right there. You see? Well, hold on. Not even say us to help you out. The Lord help you out because He tell you that blonde hair is leprosy. Why would you go get that? You see? But now it's linked back. You see, you sisters out there, y'all want to know why y'all got this high breast cancer risk. There's other things amongst it, but guess what? Doing that to your hair is one of them. It says hair dyes and straighteners linked to high cancer risk, especially for black women. Because who does that the most? You damn black women. But the Latino speaking women don't do that because they already got long hair. So that they're not really worried about for straightening it because their texture is already more straighter. But dyeing it, a lot of them already do.
Yeah.
With the blonde hair. You know? But just going, as it's focused on basically the so-called, the Southern Kingdom women, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, you Negroes, West Indians and Haitians, because that's what y'all do. Y'all should worry about straightening down y'all hair. Read that Proverbs 3.
This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
You go, and that's why y'all doing what y'all doing. Y'all choosing the ways of the heathen, man. Which we know it has been, you have been conditioned to think that way. That's the best way to be, but it's not. That's false. You see, but the point still stands, man. You gotta leave off from these different, things that y'all doing. Since we was going into health, I thought I'd add that.
And this is the precept I was mentioning earlier about him. Wisdom of Solomon 16. You want to borrow the gloves, bro?
I had my hands out too long.
16 and I just go straight to verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
Right. Yep.
So yeah, it's knowledge of this truth, in faith and believing that you'll be healed, that ultimately gets you healed. Or maybe, maybe if it's some of your close family or your children, maybe your prayers. It says the fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much, So sometimes you praying can help heal your loved ones too.
Right. Ultimately, yeah. Right. Ecclesiastes 38 verse 1, honor a position with the honor due unto him for the uses which you may have of him, for the Lord have created him. Did you grab that one, the sound body? The one with the sound? Verse 2, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skilled physician shall lift up his head in the sight of great men. He shall be in admiration. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. You see? And these different medicines is these different herbs, man. Different herbs brothers is taking. That's the real medicine. The hell would you niggas is talking about weed for, man? That shit ain't no medicine, man. That's a damn drug to keep you addicted and zoned the hell out, man.
Now, taken properly, it can be a medicine.
Right.
Smoking it is the wrong way.
Taken properly, it can be a medicine, man.
Yep.
And we talking about minus all the bullshit that Esau put in it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because you know how many different herbs that Jake, why ain't you rolling up collard greens?
Yeah. You don't need weed to heal your body. Hey man, there are plenty of success stories that didn't use weed. You know what I mean? And that goes back to your pleasures, man.
Now that CBD, which is a good agent, used properly, different oils and creams that they make out of it. They say that had worked for brothers bodies that's messed up, but they ain't smoking it.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope. Ingesting it, turning it into the concentrated form,
right.
And it don't give you that same pleasure
right.
and that damn demon that come with it.
Right. Because if they took all this, I said it before, and I told somebody that was smoking, I said, well, if they take all the THC out of weed, then what? What you gonna do? Well, I go smoke it, of course. So why are you smoking it? Because you're gonna get high.
Exactly. Yep.
The feeling of to be high, man. You got it?
Yep.
Let me finish this last one. Verse 9, 38 and 9. Sirach. It says, my son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. Leave off from sin, and order thy hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. Right. Yeah. Hey, before you get that, I gotta push that back.
Go ahead, brother.
Back that up. This is Psalms chapter 103, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless is his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. Right? So just further proving that healing comes from Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
That's Psalm 103.
Oh, that's beautiful right there.
What's that? All right, I'll wait for you. You get your piece. Unless you want to read
No,
it.
I just added. I'm about to add that.
Sirach 30 and 14. What the brother asked for. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution.
Is there something about that, bro?
Just goes to
Really just like a
chastise
little
their
bit more?
son. That's where it begins at.
Okay.
14.
I thought there was a little bit more. Might be a little further down.
Maybe it's there's more after that.
Yeah, this should be
There's some more after this.
on the end too, bro. The last verse too.
All right, so Rock 30 and 14 again. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Health and a good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart.
There is no riches above a sound body, man. Like I always say, well, what's the point of being rich and you old and decrepit, man? You got all the money in the world, but you can't enjoy it. What the hell is the use of that? Like I always use him, like Muhammad Ali. He got hit so much in his damn brain where he ended up getting what's that disease?
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's disease, right? So he got all this so-called fame in the world, right? All this money, but he wasn't able to enjoy that, bro. He was bugged out,
Yeah, shaking and slobbering.
shaking and shit. He could, yeah, man. So he can't even enjoy that money because what his body wasn't sound, man. And at the end of the day, that's what your ass get, man.
Hey.
You know why? Because you was on that bullshit.
That damn Islam shit.
Exactly. That's what your ass get, nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man.
got his reward and some of his punishment in the same life.
Nigga.
Hey, you know, and going back into that whole sound body thing, hey, Esau know that. That's why he's trying so hard to do these different things, to transplant his head on a different body, or to download his consciousness into something else, or to clone himself, or to harvest Jake's organs and. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take out his old heart and put a new one in.
Esau
that he stole.
is Frankenstein, man.
He
Dr.
is.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Yeah, because Frankenstein ain't the green dude with the big gigantic head. No, Frankenstein Esau, man. For real, man. He Frankenstein, he Dracula, he Pinky in the Brain, he Dexter's Laboratory,
Yeah.
he Jimmy Neutron, he all them motherfuckers, man. And you're like, oh, why you naming all them different people? Watch the shows and it'll let you know, man.
Yep, mad fucking scientists.
You know what I mean?
Sirach 30 and 25, a cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet.
Not care for his meat and diet. And you know what? Through the spirit, video been going around about how food affects your brain and your thoughts.
Yup. Yup.
Right? It affects your brain and your thoughts.
I'm happy I'm happy you brought it back up because I had it and it slipped my mind, and now you just brought it back to my attention. This is why Esau feeds us the garbage as he feeds us, because that's what this brother said. That shit affects our brain and our thoughts. You know, even dealing with like the fluoride brother was saying. You know, that shit messes with your brain. You taking too much fluoride, and he's the ultimate devil, man. And what he have done that diligent search. So he has the time, as we're going back to the time to, do studies, do research. What's the cause and effect if we put this much lead in the water? What's the cause and effect if we put this type of meat in this grocery store, this type of meat in this grocery store, eat this crab and eat this lobster, eat all this madness? What is it going to do to the people? You see? Oh, it's going to give them diseases. Okay, let's push it more. Oh, it's gonna start messing with the brain. Let's push it more. On top of, we just talking about the food industry. On top of the music, on top of the air pollution, on top of all the things he's control of. Esau
gets this. Where did he get all this knowledge from? He gets it from Satan.
Yup.
Right? Because not only does music have vibrations, but food has vibration too, man.
Yup.
Right? So when you eat all this crap, like that damn Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Oh my God.
Imagine how many demons is on that shit, man.
Right. And I'm glad the bro brought that up because the brother made a statement about if we're gonna send this food with this meat to this place and we're gonna send this to that store. You think Esau ain't keeping track of that?
Hell yeah.
Because when the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, and the FDA, which work together, you don't think that they send out? Okay, we're gonna send out this romaine lettuce with hepatitis A on it, and we're gonna see how many people get infected with this particular strain of hepatitis A. Oh, you know what? If this is a highly populated area, we're gonna send this type of meat, this type of vegetable over there, or this type of meat over there, and see how they get affected by it. Hey, matter of fact, man, it's so crazy. It's like now we get back to that realm of the subtlety in the difficulty to pinpoint and say, oh, see, Esau does this. We know. But if you were to explain it to somebody outside the truth, they look at you like, man, what you mean? What you mean?
And I'm happy you said that, because guess what I'm going to say? You're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
You're always thinking of the government doing this and that. You're just, no, you know what? 'Cause guess what? They are a conspired group that comes together. I got to get, what you get? What you get?
I think about the same thing, bro.
Yeah. They're a conspired group that comes together to destroy a certain group of people.
Oh,
now,
man.
the main people is the Israelites they destroyed, but they doing it to the whole world. It just happens that, guess what? You Edomites, y'all two-time losers.
Yep.
You just happen to be left out. But that's your problem. That's not ours.
Yeah.
We're going through our hell, but for you have to catch hell with us, so be it. I'm cool with that.
I'm going to let you read that first.
Go ahead,
then I'm
okay,
gonna
go
make my
ahead,
point.
bro.
This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So we're noticing that what it's about the name is that it says what? Thy enemies, not friends. Friends don't do these type of things to each other. Friends don't conspire. Friends shouldn't conspire, right? To try to take down another group of friends. That's stupid. If y'all one faction, how the faction gonna be the? But what the scripture says, Satan should be divided against Satan. The kingdom should fall.
And how divided cannot stand.
Right. And this is what you see now happening with America, Babylon the Great. Oh, and it's allies.
Yeah, they don't need you. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna hate the whore and burn it with fire eventually. You know, hey.
Go there, bro.
Okay. Verse 3. It says they.
Look, it's all good.
Hey,
Hey, go ahead.
Hey man, go ahead. We need not to be said.
Alright. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones.
Right, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Crafty counsel against thy people and consulted with their hidden ones. When you think about crafty, goes back to the word the brother keeps saying. Subtle, subtlety, you know.
Yep.
They use craft, witchcraft,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. And crafty also goes into being skillful.
Skillful. Yeah, gotta be skillful.
Hey man, you gotta be. Hey, Esau's good at what he do.
You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah, he's skilled at destroying, man. You know that he good for that. He know how to do that.
What the scripture say? He getting out rest unless it causes something to fall.
Yeah,
See?
yup.
So he gotta be good at what he do, otherwise he ain't gonna get his quota for the day. You know?
Hey, bro, say that again.
I said he gotta be good at what he do, otherwise he ain't gonna get his quota for the day.
And you know who sets his quota? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh
That's right.
Shai.
That's right. He let loose on 2/3 and the rest of the heathens to do what he gotta do, man.
Right. In the Hebrew, that word for crafty is aram. Aram. It says to be subtle, be shrewd, crafty, beware, take crafty counsel, be prudent. Let me see. It says it says to be bare, but used only in derivatives the derivative sense, through the idea perhaps of smoothness, to be cunning, usually in a bad sense. So when Esau bring out these different I would call them ways or devices, he's very smooth in doing so. You know, he make it seem like the outside, he makes it seem all good. You know, but really, you know, it's destroying you down the line. You know, just like, okay, the 5G network. People think the 5G network is something good, but if they start setting up the 5G network, that shit is like it gives you higher radiation in the microwave.
Yep.
So it's literally cooking your brain before you even realize it, man.
Yep.
Well, people want the 5G network. Oh, we need faster speed. Get the 5G. Let's get the 6G. Let's get them start. No, you don't want them. You see, because it's already it's stating how it's killing all the fowls in the air, just cooking them.
Hey, didn't the Most High say he was going to take the fowls of the air and take the fishes of the sea?
Then,
paraphrasing.
yeah, and then the study, I forget what stated is, people, they got it removed. People was protesting about there was a 5G joint by the school. They said it was making the kids bugged out. You know, something to that effect. And I was like, God damn, man.
Yeah, and they making plans. I got something in the mail the other day. It was like Verizon is making plans to, you know, to expand this 5G thing. I got a definition of one of them words that was in that definition.
Okay.
Prudent, acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
Ooh.
Hey, so what is Esau's thoughts for the future? He want to be like the Most High, man. Like the precept the bro read earlier. Okay, so everything he does is like a subtle, mapped out plan to accomplish his goal, man.
Right. But as the scriptures say, you know, his future, he wants to complete his agenda. He wants to carry out his plans. So before we get back to that, I gotta get to Job, the book of Job, because what did it say? In the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits. Right? That's right.
Yeah.
So the book of Job, 20 verse 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You see, so before he's trying to finish and carry out his agenda, the Lord is going to rain on his parade, man. You see? And ultimately the Lord is going to rain on his parade by what? To verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Talking about the missiles, man. So when we're talking about the Lord going to rain on your parade, it's going to be something serious.
Fire.
That's right. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Tears are upon him. So that's talking about the silos and the missiles, you know, and everything coming up out of that. You know, the glittering sword will be the missile. You know,
The sword we use the sword for destruction.
Yep.
To destroy.
Yep. I got the book of Proverbs 10 verse 28 precept. It says, the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. Now, when you go into that word expectation, what is the expectation? It's something you hope for, or something that you want to be accomplished. So when you go into that word in the Hebrew, it's well, I don't know how to say that. I ain't even gonna try. But it says, you know, it says the hope, the expectation, ground of hope, things hoped for, the outcome, the expectancy. You see? So what the outcome is Esau wants to have his agenda fulfilled. Okay? That's the outcome he wants. He wants his goal to be finished, to be completed. But hey, the Lord already said he ain't gonna complete that, man. That's why it says in Proverbs 10 and 28, the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish, man. You see?
Yep, triumphing of the wicked is but a short time. You know?
Yup.
But he ain't even gonna get to enjoy none of it, man. Hey, you better enjoy it while you can, man. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. You know, because that cup of wrath is coming unto you, man. Okay? So, hey, man, live it up while you can. You ain't gonna get to see your dream come to fruition, man. This place gonna get burnt up, and you going into double time slavery for what you did to us, man.
No.
Double time.
Psalms 83, I read verse 3 again.
I gotta.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right, so when you go into that word counsel, right, definition, it says counsel, assembly of familiar conversation. What do you think that familiar conversation is about? Jake. How can we plan to destroy Jake? You see, because what? They consulted against thy hidden ones. Who are those hidden ones? The Israelites. You see? So they consulted, they came together, and having this counsel about the hidden ones. Okay? It says, a circle of familiar friends, the elites, a secret council, The Illuminati.
What's that sound like? Conspiracy.
Right, so secret council. Oh yeah, now that one's off. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the point on that. They tripping with that one.
Wait, hold on. I got the definition of conspiracy in the
Okay.
etymology dictionary.
That's right.
Conspiracy, it says a noun, this mid-14th century, a plotting of evil, unlawful design, a combination of persons for an evil purpose. From Anglo-French, conspiracy. I don't know how to say that. Old French conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy. Conspiracy, it looks like.
Yeah, and from conspiracy, it says conspiracy, a plot, from Latin conspirationem, right? Agreement, union, unanimity, right? It says noun of action from past participle stem, conspirare, to agree, unite, plot, right? Literally to breed together. Okay, yeah, conspire. Right? So basically, plot evil, man. When they get together and they plot. Right? We're gonna you read more here in 83, you're gonna see. The Psalms 83 and 4. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's the plan. To consult against the hidden ones. And to what? They want to cut us off from being a nation. To make the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. So when we talk about the philosophies and the different ideologies, all this still goes back to the plan of the crafty devils, man. You see? Come on. So what? In the textbooks and all these different things, and not even just the textbooks. When you go fill out applications and go to the doctors, what do they got on them papers? What's your ethnicity? You don't see Israel on there.
Nope.
You don't see the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Naphtali. You see black, African American,
Specific island.
right. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic, Latino, white. All them definitions is I don't even know why I mentioned Edom because we ain't talking about them right now. But all those are off, man.
Yep.
Them ain't biblical names.
Nope.
You see? We don't. We, as far as being in this truth, we don't even go by those no names anymore. We play the game with them.
You're right.
Like, yeah, you know what? This is what I am. Fucking up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's just using wisdom.
Yep.
But going back to cutting us off from being a nation, that goes through all the, like the brother said, indoctrination, through the school system, all that. They cut us off from being a nation through their whole school system too. You see, they don't teach about this history in school. They don't teach history. They don't teach about what the Israelites, man.
I smell the incense.
You know what I'm saying?
What is that?
It's benzoin and copal.
Benzoin?
Benzoin and copal. I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it, but it's a mixture. I got a precept.
Go ahead, what you got there?
Psalm 64 and 1.
Yeah.
To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, man. You see? So we want to be hidden from the secret counsel of the wicked. Hey, and the only way to hide ourselves is in this truth.
Hey, man, what is that? Yeah, you've been bringing that up. You didn't hide from the secret.
Psalms 91. Psalms 91.
Grab that, brother.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is Psalms. You got more on
Go
there?
ahead, bro. Yes, some more, but I'm going to let you go
Got
ahead.
some meat on there. Go ahead, yeah.
It's Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Right, so dwelling in this knowledge and wisdom, man, you'll be under the protection of Yahweh as long as you do it in truth, you know?
And that's how we hide ourselves.
That's right.
We hide ourselves from the world when we in these scriptures, man. Because this is really the only time we got peace. And dwelling with the brother in unity. That's about it.
The scriptures make you wise unto salvation. They also make it where you're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man.
Comfort, right. Comfort because we know the future. In the future, we have the vision of knowing the future. It gives us comfort. It gives us hope. And the scriptures say what? We are prisoners of hope.
That's right.
We are prisoners of hope when we are expecting a beautiful outcome for us, man, very soon. Because We ain't got nothing else. We ain't got nothing left.
No.
But what we're gonna do? Continue in Babylon, going to work 5 days a week, working 10-hour shifts, giving them back all their money, eating chicken. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Oh man, but they can't do this forever, man.
Hey, even these rich Jake, they ain't happy.
They ain't happy.
They're not happy,
They're
man.
not happy.
They got all these riches, but they still can't live.
Bow Wow just said it. Bow Wow is just another example to confirm that he has everything in the world that he almost could possibly want, but he's not happy. Because truly, he's looking for what we got, right? But he can't obtain that.
Right.
You know, unless the Lord decides to have mercy, but I think he's through. But he's looking, and he wants the piece of what we have. But all we want of his is just his riches for defense. That's it. But we got the hidden riches.
Right.
So we got the hidden riches in the daily bread. So we cool. That's enough for us. We got what's sufficient for us to make it through.
Right, feed me with food sufficient from this.
That's right.
Hey, don't give me too much lest I forget thee. You know what I'm saying? And curse thee. Or no, unless I forget thee and don't give me too little, lest I steal and curse thee. You know? So the Lord gives us just enough to sustain us. We don't need all that extra stuff, man. But once you get to a certain level, man, hey man, them sins, man, get really hard to resist, man. You have a lot of things at your fingertips. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you can do more.
Yeah.
Right? It's easier to go get into some
some
man.
BS, man. Real quick.
Because everything is at your
At your
expense.
fingertips, yeah, man.
I got this real
May
quick.
I ask you a question?
In 1 second, real quick. Matthew 4 verse 4. But he answered and said, "It is written, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High."
Right. This is what sustains us, man. The words that come out of these scriptures, man. So this is the mouthpiece. Yeah, we are the mouthpiece of the Most High, but these are the words that we speak, and these are His words. Okay, this is what sustains us spiritually. It's the word that quickens us, man. Okay, the flesh profiteth nothing. It's the spirit, and that's the spirit as well, man. These words I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life, man. All right, so you want to answer
Yeah, go ahead.
whatever your question is. You got a question?
Thank you. Just a couple things. When it says the so-called, the 12 tribes of Israel, Judah, the so-called.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Well,
So-called.
these are bywords that have been given unto these people.
Oh.
And these are their actual biblical
Yeah.
tribal names. So the so-called Negro are actually the tribe of Judah, just as an example.
Yeah, so-called just means
So
what
you're
they're being
saying the
called
world
today.
calls them that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the title that's been
Now,
put.
is this your thing here?
No, we have nothing to do with this behind
Oh.
us.
Is it
It's
not-
just something that somebody randomly put up.
Does it make sense or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's alright or whatever, you know.
I can't really read it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
no, it's fine.
I'm blocking it. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's just something about.
Okay, so what happens to the well, you would call me a Caucasian. Remind me, I forget. I'm Italian, so what does that mean?
Well, it means that you could be an Israelite. See, this is the thing that there's a lot of different groups that teach a lot of different things, right?
Right.
What we teach is that the children of Israel, which the Bible says, were scattered into the four corners. If somebody want to get that precept, then we can. We were scattered into all nations, okay? So we're going to come looking like all nations. Right now, we're looking for the elect. So that's how we filter it out. If these scriptures resonate with you, then you could be a part of the elect, okay? I mean, you have to be the elect, or at least be called into this understanding.
Make it.
Well, you have to be the elect to make it. But if these scriptures resonate with you, then we'll deal with you and teach you and so on and so forth.
So
If they don't, even if you are an Israelite, beat it up the block, basically, you know?
You're what?
I said,
Basically, keep it moving.
yeah.
Even if I'm not. No, what did you just say? The last thing you said?
Well, we wouldn't really touch on that, but salvation is for these people. We're out here for these people, basically. But these people, like I said, will look like all nations.
Right.
Okay, so how we know whether or not we should even deal with somebody is if these scriptures resonate within themselves.
Yeah.
If these scriptures, according to the way that we learned it, which is the truth, we believe through faith, if they can agree with it, then we'll deal with them, and more than likely they're an Israelite.
Right.
That's how we filter it. So
When
we
you
don't
say
go by
deal
skin
with,
color.
What do you mean deal with?
Meaning exchange words.
Break
you know?
bread, go
Yeah.
back and forth.
Gotcha.
Right. Go ahead, read that real quick.
Right. This is James 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, I read it verbatim,
Right.
to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Read it.
Read it, right. So he's greeting all our brothers that's
Oh
scattered,
yeah, the book of James.
scattered
Yeah.
all to the four
That's
corners of
the
the
first
earth.
book I read.
Now why would James say that? Because James knew that the Israelites were scattered through the four corners of the earth. They had to go back to the Old Testament, and that's what they was reading.
That's
So
right.
they knew due to the curses that we were scattered throughout the earth.
Right.
Yeah, I might have contended with you guys before. I don't remember. You remember me?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have been tough. But here's the question. Another one more. What do you believe on prophets for today? Do you guys believe there are prophets for today?
Yes.
Yes.
1 Corinthians 14.
Oh, and where are the women? Do the women ever stand outside?
No.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
their place.
That's not their
Right,
place.
right.
If you, you know, and some people like to, you know, mention certain women that were risen up. But if you look at those examples, for example, we'll talk about Deborah, right?
Deborah, yeah.
Deborah. During the time of Deborah, there were no male prophets who were in that stead. And so the Lord chose, for the shame of Israel, he chose to raise up a woman. She even said, this victory will not be for you, but he will be given into the hands of a woman. So that was for the shame of Israel. Okay, but when the men prophets were on the scene, when the Lord was on the scene, when the apostles were on the scene, you didn't have women out there on the highways performing miracles and healing the sick and preaching Jesus Christ.
Because it was a battle.
That's
It was,
right.
it was a real spiritual battle, and a lot of those spiritual battles were they got physical.
Right.
You know, so it's the same thing that happens out here, and the same thing that was happening back then, like Stephen and them. Stephen got stoned to death. Jeremiah was thrown in prison. Like it was crazy.
Right.
What if I told you? Well, what do you call the Messiah?
What do you call him? Yahushua or Mashiach? Mashiach?
Yeah.
The anointed. Yeah.
The anointed one.
No, I mean
Mashiach?
you don't believe the word Jesus, right?
Yeah,
No,
we don't.
we don't.
Yeshua, you don't believe
No,
Yeshua?
Yahushua.
That's Yiddish.
Yeah.
That's
Yahweh.
No.
No.
That's also Yiddish.
Yeah, those are
Yah?
all.
Oh, that's the abbreviation. Okay.
That's just
Yeah.
abbreviation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. Well,
So if I was called to, you know, as the word says, heal the sick, cast out demons, raise the dead, cleanse the leper, you know, if you wouldn't have a problem with that, really.
What do you mean you recall? What do you mean? Help me understand this a little better.
yeah.
You're saying you
Well,
got called
the
into
apostles were called to do that, the Bible
right,
says, right?
right.
Okay. Apostle means apostolos, one sent forth.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Sent
Right.
forth. That's right.
Revelation.
Um,
The one. We're listening. Go ahead.
Okay.
Something with me.
So, yeah, so if God has sent me many millions of places I've been, or I have to go right now to a place, you wouldn't believe that I would have that he would give me the power to do that?
No, but he's not. The Lord's not dealing with women on that level. Proverbs 8 and 4.
Oh, you mean, so now you don't believe a woman would do that? What if a man is not doing it?
The men are doing it. They're doing it now. We're doing it
Okay.
now.
Are you casting demons out, or are you raising the dead?
We're not casting demons out.
Yeah.
We can cast demons out through the scriptures.
No, but are you guys doing that
Proverbs
in
8
your
and 4.
services? Or are there demons coming out of people?
Look,
I want to make a point about this.
Yeah.
You have to understand. First of all, there's the scriptures that tell us to not lift up a cry for certain people. We're not supposed to pray for the wicked that the Lord have condemned. If a person rejects the Lord, they're through. That's it. That's it. You know, we're not dealing with people who are ultimately going to be destroyed anyway. What would the good be of going out and casting a demon out of somebody when the demon is going to hop back on them because they're wicked? It doesn't
Well,
make
if
it
they
doesn't.
went it's called delivered,
but
right?
eat.
If they
Deliver
went
from what?
delivered, you're saying you wouldn't cast the demons out?
Deliver from what, though? What they gonna be delivered from?
Well, there's a lot of demons, you know.
Right. Well, the way to cast out demons is by getting into this word. That's how you cast them out. So if a person come up here and they got demons on them and they bucking up against the word and they reject the word, how they gonna get the demons casted off them when they reject the word, the thing that can cleanse them, the demons
Yeah,
off.
I don't think I know what you're saying, but I don't think I'm making sense.
But
Well-
because if you're using it as in a sense of like a what they call them people
Exorcist.
like an
No,
exorcist.
not
Yeah.
the Catholics. You know.
Well, he's just using that as a
Yeah.
general terminology. Like the
Okay,
brother
but-
said, if somebody come up here and they have demons on them, right? But their lot in life is inherently to be wicked and to be against the word of God,
It will do
I'm
no
so to
good.
speak.
talking about that. Yeah, I got it.
Right. So if we cast a demon off of them, it's not going to do them any good. They're going to welcome it back.
Right.
So that's what we're saying. If that's why it goes back to what I mentioned earlier. If they're not dealing with the scriptures according to the truth, they're a lost cause. The scripture tells us to bring forth fruits, meet for repentance.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
so if they're not meet for repentance, you're wasting your time trying to cast demons out of them. And there will be people who will say, Lord, we have cast out demons in your name.
Right,
He's going to say, I know you not.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what about they? No, we won't even. Let's get to another subject.
Oh, but let's
Gotta
let's
appreciate-
finish this real quick though. One second.
Want that?
Give me Proverbs 8 and 4.
I got it.
21. You got 21 and 3.
oh, no, you
Oh, okay. I
I'll
forgot
get
the
it.
question, but I remember now. Go ahead.
Proverbs 8 and 4.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Might have to start at 1.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of the high places, by the way in the places of the paths.
Right. That's talking about wisdom. Go ahead.
She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors.
Uh-huh.
Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
Read it again.
Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the son of men.
My voice is to the sons of men. So the Lord is dealing with the men. He's calling to the men because there's different positions. You in Corinthians already?
Yeah,
11. Go ahead.
Revelation 21 and 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men.
The tabernacle of God is with men. So the Lord is dealing with the men. He chose the men to be at the forefront, to be at the better position, to be on the highways and byways, to be the prophets, to be the disciples, to go out and to do the work. That's the order he
Okay,
just
well, what
the
about
order
the
he
scripture
set up.
that says there's neither Jew nor Greek, nor
That's
female nor male?
That see, that's going into a whole nother topic, but that's dealing with dealing with all Israelites. We could go to a matter of fact, because I forget exactly
No,
what it
but
say.
you sounded a little bit like a woman can't do anything.
No, I didn't say that. No,
Women
I'm
have
saying
their
a woman
position.
has no role and position of doing the ministry of the Lord at all.
Say that again?
A woman has no role or position to do the ministry of the Lord. None. Get it.
What's she supposed to
Get it.
do? No, tell me what she's supposed
She's
to
A
do.
woman was created
You know what?
to be a helper, basically.
Yeah, we
No,
can
I
get it.
understand. She was made to be
A
a
helper
wife.
and a helper and a
a
servant.
wife, a
Okay,
woman.
what if her husband's a prophet, a bishop? Oh,
But she can still make garments for the men of the Lord. There's a lot of
so
things
you're
she can
saying
do.
she's not allowed
She can
to
get you.
say anything about the Lord or the Word?
You know what? Get it.
Is that
Can
what
somebody
you
get it,
said?
bro?
We need to-
Can somebody get it? Could we get it?
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just
Just
asking
get the
so
I got it in
simple,
the
honey.
chat.
I'm not trying to
Yeah, I
fight.
got it.
No,
No,
we about
it's
to get
okay.
it in the scriptures simply because the scriptures
Oh,
can
I
speak better
see.
than
Yeah,
me.
you like-
Hold on, you know what?
No, 'cause she's-
Are there any scriptural examples of women casting out demons? Answer that for me. I want to know where in the scriptures is there a woman?
Okay, I'll tell you. What do you call the disciples? What's his name?
One second, bro. We getting off subject, bro.
I have to tell you, I have to hear that so I can say it for you to understand me. I don't want to say
Well,
Jesus because you don't believe
You can say that word. That's
Okay,
fine.
Jesus.
We'll understand who you're
Jesus
referring
cast
to.
out a demon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I received Jesus. He's in me.
Hold on. So, okay, now we're going to another subject.
Right.
Can you just choose the Lord, or do the Lord got to choose you? Somebody get it.
Figuring out a way.
Question again? Can you choose the Lord, or does He have to choose you?
Okay, the first question. Can I choose the Lord?
Can you just choose the Lord, or does He have to choose you?
I'll answer you.
Okay.
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 Can I choose the Lord?
Can you just choose and say, you know how people say, I accept the Lord to be my Savior, I accept Jesus Christ and all, you know how people say that? Like, I accept Jesus Christ to be my Lord and Savior.
Well, I'm going to try to answer you, but I do have to go.
Okay.
Okay, I have to go because I have to go be with my people.
Okay, so
Okay,
so
here's the
answer the
thing.
question.
Can I accept the Lord.
Can you just accept and choose the Lord to be your Lord and
Yes.
Savior?
I chose the Lord because the Holy Spirit touched me to choose the Lord. Now the second part, did he choose me? He only chooses if you're called, chosen, and faithful. There's the scripture there.
But you said you chose the Lord. But you said you chose the Lord.
By the Holy Spirit.
You can't. What scripture is that?
What scripture?
It's kind of like that's like a contradiction. If you were called, the Spirit, you were chosen. Is the point we're getting?
Correct,
at.
I
So
was.
people are chosen, they don't choose the Lord.
Let me read it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just semantics. Go
John
ahead.
15, 16.
This
Okay.
is John 15 and
Let's
16.
see what the Lord
Oh,
says.
wait a minute.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
Oh, so
Yeah,
people,
we know that. Yeah.
So people can't just choose the Lord. People just can't up and say, "I choose you, Lord." They say the name Jesus
Oh, yeah,
Christ or
whatever,
whatever to be my Lord and Savior. You can't do that.
How does one get to heaven?
Everybody goes to heaven. What are you talking about? Where is heaven? What is
Is that
heaven?
what you guys believe?
Where and what is heaven? Explain.
Honey, you want to fight.
No, we asking you questions.
No, he just
Where
wanted
and
to
what
deal
is
out of the
heaven?
scriptures. That's all.
Okay, so in other words, there is no heaven.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
There's a heavenly realm where all spirits go when they die. The spirits go to the Father. The new kingdom of heaven will be played out on the earth, much like the Jehovah's Witnesses say.
Yeah.
But they're going off.
Yeah.
But the actual kingdom of heaven, when righteousness is established with the rulership of who you call Christ and Israel, the 144,000, it will be on the planet earth. The lion shall lay with the lamb, roughly paraphrasing.
Yeah,
A
that
young
sounds
child
a
shall
little
play.
Jehovah's Witness, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
that
the
New
scriptures say.
Jerusalem coming
So the
down.
Only ones with
rulership
Messiah is
status.
144,000.
They're going to be a part of the ruling body,
Governing body,
the governing body of that new world on the planet
Okay,
earth.
how do you interpret or exegete John 3, 5, and 3:16?
Easy. That's easy. But we're going into too many topics.
3 and 16, yeah, it's too
Born
many
again.
topics.
John 15.
You asked for a
born
precept
again.
earlier.
That was Nicodemus, another Israelite being born again.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I'm saying, how do you interpret, unless you be born again, you can't see or enter the kingdom of God. How do you interpret that one?
You renew your mind through the scriptures.
Yep.
Put it simply.
Simple, real simple.
Okay, do you know, I'm going to ask you this, do you know
What?
the difference between the kingdom of God and the kingdom of heaven?
Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
You answered the question.
But see, this is the thing. When I keep trying to read different scriptures and answer your questions with the scriptures, you don't want to deal with that.
Yes, good question.
You ask new questions and you keep cutting me off. Because you know why? I don't think you really want to deal with a man of authority, a man that talks in great boldness. That's why you keep going to the other brother saying, you know, when you want to argue, no, I'm just.
No, I know you have a
I'm just speaking of a
contentious
man
spirit.
of authority. I got a
You
what?
have a wonder- you
I'm
have
about
a
to read. You don't want to say that. Hey,
What
1
you
Corinthians
mean?
14 and 34.
Go ahead, bro.
Let your women keep silence in the churches,
Yep.
for it is not permitted unto them to speak.
And it's a what?
It is not permitted unto them to speak,
right.
but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the Lord.
Yeah.
And where's the
Right.
church? The church is the temple is within you.
Amen.
We are the church.
Amen.
We are the church. So you don't have any authority. If you come around to a man that, let's say that man has a demon on him, you tell him to do anything, you have now just usurped authority over a man.
Yep.
You're going against the scripture.
Yep.
So you're not allowed to be in that position. That's why I asked you for a scriptural example of women in the church casting out demons, standing and healing people in the marketplace. You ain't gonna find it because it's not scriptural.
Okay, now here's my
Not
question.
Nope.
Here's the big question.
Nope, we're done. This
When
is
my
John 15 and
husband-
16.
When my husband is not with me, and he is the prophet, and
you
he's
go
out-
about your womanly
and he's
business.
out of
You
the
go
will
about your
of
womanly business and
God.
you do things to help support your household.
That's
You
it.
don't do the Lord's work when your
That's
husband's
it.
not there.
That's
Say it
it.
again.
You don't do the Lord's work when your husband's not around.
What do you do?
You don't do it at
You
all.
do your, that's what I'm saying.
What do you
You,
do?
you don't do it at all. You just support your husband.
That's right.
You do your womanly work. You
No,
help
you're
support
not
your
with
household.
husband. No, your husband's absent.
If your husband's absent, you do womanly things.
Okay, so how do
Women
you
are allowed to
how
go
does-
make money and sell their wares and to
Ah.
bring things into the home and
Okay.
to help support the household. Do
Okay.
those things.
So how and how about a husband that's rebellious?
If a husband, hey, that's still your husband.
First
That's still your husband.
But yeah, 1 Corinthians 7. Oh, you just said if he's rebellious.
No, exactly. It's in my window right now. 1 Corinthians 7. It's at my desk, office, and it's in my window.
Mhm.
1 Corinthians 7. 1 Corinthians 7.
Yep, if you got a husband
Okay, that's a good
who's
thing.
rebellious,
Deal.
Yeah.
then you, through your chaste conversation, mean being in obedience, and being fearful to the Most High and following the commandments, you try to persuade him through your chaste conversation.
Right. How
Through
about
being
30
humble
years?
and meek.
How about 30 years?
Hey. If he be pleased to dwell with you, then you keep
No,
dwelling.
he's not dwelling.
If he's not dwelling with you,
Yeah.
then a believer. I mean, I don't consider you,
You
a
know-
believer, but a believer's not
Oh,
held. A
I'm not a
believer's not.
believer.
A believer's not held in bound by that if that person leaves the relationship.
What about Genesis 2:18?
We're talking about the New Testament.
Oh.
In the scripture, just
And the New
it's
Testament
mercy.
isn't
It's
an
mercy
exposition
and
of
grace.
the Old Testament?
It's
Right, yeah, you're
there's
right.
mercy and grace. We can't keep the law 100%. So in those cases, there's mercy. Not saying you should go and do it, but like I said, if the unbelieving leave, then the believer's not held into that law anymore.
And that's
And
what the
then
brother
what
mean
happens?
by dealing with the New
You can do
Testament as you
Get
speak.
remarried if you wanted to.
And so you're supposed to marry and not burn, right?
Yeah,
Aren't you supposed to marry who Genesis 10:18 said? 2:18.
What does Genesis 10:18 say? Can you quote it?
It is not good. I'm leaving you alone for man to be alone, right?
Yeah, it's not good for man to be
I
alone.
make him a helper, right?
Right.
Just, right, suitable, fit, comparable. Those are all different versions, but whatever.
Okay.
For him, I will bring her to him, and he, whoa, woman, bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. Right? Oh, there you go. I got it. So you gotta know.
You might be an Israelite.
You
might be an
You
Israelite.
gotta know who your husband or wife is, and how do you know? Show me.
Okay, so
Are you all married?
how you feel about this? How you feel about us having more than one wife?
Oh yeah, well you guys like to do that.
There's nothing wrong with it according to the scriptures.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
are you,
concubines.
So look.
you're married. You're
She
still
said-
married.
she said
You
her
have
husband's
no
not
idea.
good.
If I told you my story about that, you would never believe it.
But are you married or not?
Say he's not dwelling with you, right?
Well, wait a minute. Am I married? No, it's not an easy answer. I'm going to tell you that. In my world, in your world, I'm married. In the eyes of the law of the land, I'm not married.
Hey, you know what? I like that answer.
I
Hey,
like
look,
that answer.
she might be a dick.
She might be.
She might be a dick.
Hey, what
Hey,
school?
look
What
now.
part of Italy is your family from? That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
Hey, but look now, you gotta repent, sister. If you are Jake, you gotta repent because this place about to be
If I
destroyed.
am a what?
You are an Israelite. Jake is short for
Jake?
the descendant of Jacob.
Jake?
J-A-K-E.
Yeah,
Descendant of Jacob.
Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Okay, I love you.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
All right, sis, repent, man. This place about to go down. If you ain't right with the Lord, you're going down with it. As cool as we think it might be.
You wanna keep me going?
All right,
gotta
sis.
tell
All right,
me.
we'll see.
We know the judgment's here.
All right, now.
Okay.
So you better get right now. She might be, man. Hey, the way she was moving,
Yeah, she might be Jake,
the way she
Right.
was moving.
she was from Italy too.
Right. I got right. I mean,
That's funny.
how people be sometimes. They be getting you pissed off, and then they, that's how I go. But like for you women out there that's watching this, I got 1 Timothy 2 verse 12. It says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first born, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Notwithstanding, she should be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety." The point you wanted to hit on is, hey, you women you don't usurp authority over men. And as we read, did you ever read Revelation 21:3?
Yeah, it was with men.
Oh, the
Yeah.
tabernacle is with men,
Yeah.
right? The voices through the sons of men. See, so the order. You still got that 1 Corinthians 11?
Yeah, I got it.
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I start at verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach."
Right. So Paul is saying, "Be ye followers of me." Right there, I get that's people say, "Well, we don't follow men." So you ain't gonna follow Paul's writings through the Spirit? 'Cause that's what he's talking about. You ain't gonna follow Paul's writing through the Spirit. Go ahead.
Right. "Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the
And
ordinances."
keep the ordinances, man. Okay? Look at the word ordinance. Go ahead.
"As I deliver them unto you." Sorry, Salaki. "As I deliver them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High.
Right, that's the order. That's the complete order, man. That's how it goes. Okay? The man is supposed to lead. The man is the protector. The man is basically a woman's defense. You know? I mean, now, come on, people gotta start using their logic. Look at even though we still are, look how society has basically brought the man low to where the point where he can't be that all provider for the woman. And I'm talking about on a carnal standpoint for the man and the woman.
Yeah, man. He's basically tried to
diminish us.
Yeah, diminish us. Yeah, take away our power, man. You know, he crippled us, man. Basically, so to speak.
There's some more down here. I skipped to verse 8. It says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man."
There you go. See, the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. You see, Eve was created to be a helpmeet for Adam. You know what I'm saying?
Neither
Not vice versa.
Right.
neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
Right. I just told you, right? You see?
Right, but Esau have it, you know, where you catering to women, man.
Right. And the point still stands where it's, bro, you women don't have no office of dealing the teaching the scriptures, bro.
Nope.
Period, man. Period. That's completely. The Holy Spirit was dealing with you as a woman, and if you're teaching the scriptures, the Holy Spirit's not dealing with you. Period, man. Period. Because you off, man.
Right.
And then on top of that, no matter, even if it was in the Old Testament, it's still valid. But it's in the New Testament, and that's what y'all people say y'all deal with, but y'all don't listen to. How can you go to church, listen to a woman preach, but they tell you don't do? A woman does not have that authority in the scriptures. What is? You people are bugged out, man.
Back to my precepts. Corinthians, what is this? 1 Corinthians 14.
Right? Yeah.
And
Was it
I'm gonna go
34?
back 34. Yeah.
Right. That's madness.
Yeah.
How dare you people really go listen to that madness?
Matter of fact.
Oh, what did they say? Oh, what do they say? They use what do they be saying? Like they say we're in the new not the New Testament. What they be saying? It's basically they say in other words like it's different now. Well, hold on.
Oh, we're in the new covenant now.
They say it's different now and it's a new covenant and they just
Things
blurt out
gotta-
all these different
it's
things.
2019.
But hold
Where
on.
in the new covenant does it say a woman's supposed to teach?
Where? But then I thought y'all said we're dealing with the New Testament. I mean, that's what they say. This is what
That's what
Christians
they
say.
say.
Well, we're in the New Testament now. Well, it says the New Testament.
That's right.
Well, yeah, like you say, well, it's 2019. What the? What are you
You
talking
know,
about?
this was written. You gotta get with the times, man.
That's bullshit, man. And that's part of the snares. Let's move it all back.
Yep.
Going back to the snares and traps of the serpent Esau Edom, man.
That's right, brother.
Esau Edom, because if someone tells you that you know we don't have to follow the things of the Bible anymore, we're in 2019, they're an unbeliever, man. They don't believe in the Bible, man.
Huh.
Anyone that says anything like that, you dismiss.
Yep.
Conversation's over.
What the scripture say? What is that? Is that Isaiah 28:11 or 2? What is it?
8 and 10.
8 and 10.
They speak not according to this word.
Con, to the law and to the testimony.
That's Isaiah 8 and 20, yeah. To the law and to the testimony, they speak not according to this word. There is no light in them, man.
That's right.
That's what we're going to start doing all through the Spirit of the Lord willing. You people that start talking like that, you dismiss. Because what is there else to talk about? People make a statement like that. We're in the...
In 2019. Isaiah, 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Right, that's confusion. For a woman to be teaching, that's confusion. Why? Because it's against the scriptures.
Right, and it brings adultery, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she's sitting up here.
She
You know what I'm
says,
saying?
yeah.
Now, of course, hey, you know, we men up here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, if you attractive and you talking to a man, hey, the dude might look at you the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why the scriptures say if she would learn anything, let
Let
her
her,
learn.
hey, it's right here.
Right. And the brother made a beautiful point. Now, how she worded it is the way we really wanted her to word it. And she thought we was going to think differently, but no.
she said, according to our world, right, according to the ways of the Lord,
Yep.
you know,
She's married.
she's married, you know. But then the law of Esau's standpoint, she's unmarried now, you know.
For the
But
law, Esau, yeah.
right, but you know, there's so many difficulties, and now dealing with modern day society, whereas you gotta kind of use kind of wisdom how it works, because this shit is so screwed up.
Hey,
This
but
shit is so
that's
screwed up. The woman that's even the woman, because you look at it, even a woman that's divorced, her man is still alive.
what did the scripture say, man? It said that he that married her that is put away committed adultery.
You know what I'm saying?
And he that put her away caused her to commit adultery. So that's why we're called a nation of adulterers.
So so really we're all screwed. We're all screwed.
Yeah,
Dealing with divorced women, we're screwed.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know,
But that's
it's,
where that mercy comes in, where it's like, okay, well, the Lord knew these things was gonna happen, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna put in there, you know, a certain loophole where, hey, all right, you know, if this is the case, hey, because things get done in ignorance, and then there's the precept like we was going into about the non-believing leaving. What are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
What are they supposed to do in that case? Well, it says that they can remarry, and
Right.
they have done. They'll be forgiven. In other words, at that point, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't known them no more. 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
Right, this is church. Where two or three are gathered
In my name,
I am in the midst of them. This is
Right.
church, like the brother stated. We are the temple. So
right.
don't try to come aboard and, oh, well, y'all ain't not in the building. The Lord don't go up in the temple made with hands. So shut that down right now.
That's right. You keep that foot when I come to the house of the Lord, man.
Right.
This is the house of the Lord, right here.
And when we not in the spirit of the world of the uplifting of these women. We not with that, man. You see? And you starting to see the downfall of that. Right? What's her name? Taraji P. Henson just came out and say what? There's no such thing as a strong black woman. That's a myth.
Right.
That's madness. Because when it comes down to the come down, when it gets to the nitty and gritty, you women are break. Okay? Then you start to call after a man. You see? So imagine if somebody chased you with a knife. You women running and jumping over cars and crying out loud, but pit bull get loose. So imagine a motherfucker with a knife trying to strip you of your clothes.
Yeah.
You see? See, this is the time we coming in, man. You women want to keep playing all these games.
Hey, man. Hey, right, man. With the, you know, hey, most men can overpower a woman. They won't even need a knife.
You don't even need a knife.
Beat
Right.
you up and just
Right.
take it. You'll be through. And your body will betray you.
Yeah. And don't get mad because look, what we talk about, what the scriptures talk about, because this is what we talk about. We talk about the scriptures talk about
Right.
is reality.
Right.
We bring the reality of situations out, and the way we speak on it, we don't hold back. We're outspoken, so we speak it in that way where you can grasp it, right, or you can either accept it or reject it.
That's right. Yep. 1 Corinthians 14 and 35. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church.
Right. So if you woman want to learn anything, that's what you're supposed to go back to your husband. You ask him at home.
Right.
You see, that helps with of stopping the adultery, as the brother said, bro.
Right.
Come on now, I got a boy at work. He just told me this. Jake at work be telling some crazy stories. So he talking about this crazy story about this woman, a beautiful woman, you know, that she's a freak. Well, you know, listen to Jake talk. Jake explaining stories all crazy and funny. They had you cracking up. Long story behold, she's a minister. And she freaked the hell out. Now, and you know, since the knowledge we know, it's like, well, you know, a woman could mingle, but hold on. It's funny because I'm like, the position she's talking about, that's not even your position to be a minister. One.
Right.
Now you're a freak. I mean, that's whatever you do behind closed doors, you know,
That's
lawfully.
Right.
That's on you.
That's your business.
That's your
But
business.
you trying to play this minister role, and you freaked out. See, that's why Jake be on. That's why Jake be like. That's why he gave me that look. Well, she's a minister. I can't believe. I'm just thinking. I wanted to say so bad. You you know.
She ain't no damn minister.
You know what I'm saying? I just left it alone. I'm like,
she just a freaking
I,
woman.
but that gives Jake the idea. It's like, how can y'all people say y'all the people of the Lord and behave like this? You know?
Hey, they got a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not according to knowledge, man. You know? That's how it is.
Right. What you got? I guess so.
Yeah, you know, and also I want to address that what she said. She said, what if you have a rebellious husband?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? In that case, you watch the e-epistles. You may come ask brothers questions, but you let it be known that you have a husband, and you do it in order, man. You do it in order,
You
man.
know, and but I believe, but now, because I know she's been saying this for a while since she going like 3 years back. You know, from seeing her, yeah. So like, you know, she's not with her husband at all. Like, she's divorced. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's why she was just saying us and giving us statements about
Certain things.
her husband. You know, certain things. I don't know what the hell that is. I ain't going, you know.
America, Babylon the Great.
You know,
the
but
Lord have me with a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, man.
you know, but you know, I mean, she want to add. I mean, I personally, I don't know. I may just let the brother deal with that. I don't want to deal with that, man. It's because they jump to so many subjects and like without trying to finish and explain one, they want to get to go to another one and go to another one.
Yeah, we still brought it back to the point of women shutting the hell up, man.
Yeah, cause she said, cause she. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, even with all her questions that she wanted us to answer.
Wanted, basically trying to force like answer this.
That goes back to America being that microwave society.
Oh,
You can't wait patiently enough to let it come out so that you might get the understanding.
Right.
Not just women, men too.
Yeah. Because
Yep.
you've been acting like a bunch of women.
Yep. And you know, she was saying that the brother was contentious, but at the end of the day, she had her own ideas about stuff, and that's why she kept asking them questions about certain scriptures. Because she thought she knew something. Well, what about this? How you interpret that? Or what about this? And it's like, because we telling you that what the scriptures really is about is contrary to what you believe. Go ahead, brother.
And she's a know-it-all. Because remember, like I said, she's been up here since the elder Monatazaba, the elder brother in South Carolina. She been up. We done seen her answer numerous of questions for this lady, man. Right? And a lot of times the brother was just used to be like, well, you know, what you want me to say? I answered your question. We don't believe in that, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, we can't. We're not coming to a mutual grounding here, man. You see, so that's how we feel about dealing with certain people. You know, I think how we should, you know, certain situations you can deal, not deal. Certain people, it's like, I feel that there's certain people that may come up here, like vocab, right? For instance, if that guy comes, bro, we got a few scriptures to read and tell him, you can beat it, bro. Because we're not believing that bullshit you coming up here with, and you don't want to believe what we got to say, so it's a waste of time. It's all vanity.
How can two walk hand in
Together
hand
instead
unless
to
they
be
be
agreed.
agreed?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I said that just so real, man. You know, I was watching
Them
that.
too.
You know, I feel like I could have done better. I was still young.
Yo,
You know, Salakia in the spirit, you know, for that situation. But I told him that, man. I said, look, bro, we believe through faith that we the Israelites according to the prophecy. You don't believe, so what do we have to talk about? We have nothing else to talk about. You're not about to convert us to that damn triune trinity madness.
And we should have shut it down right there.
Right.
But that was all growth period. Now I know, and now we know, we could just shut that down. You know, we're not dealing with that. You know what? We can close out Revelation 22.
Oh, because I'm like trying to figure out what time.
And then it's
You ain't about to play us against each other neither talking about, you're not contented though, you don't want now, bitch. I'm about to read this scripture.
because, bro, I was thinking of it, but I was thinking of that scripture, bro, but it wasn't. I'm too busy talking, so I couldn't register to get it to man. I'm like thinking of a different scripture, but I'm like, okay, you want to talk? Okay, yeah, because he's more. Man, shut up.
Shut out of here.
Hey, if Yahweh Shai was here right now, you wouldn't like the way he would talk.
Hell
You
no,
wouldn't
you
like
wouldn't.
it. You wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't like the way y'all wouldn't like the way Stephen talked.
Hell no.
You
they
wouldn't like what Jeremiah was saying. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I made that example for it being on the battlefield, bro. It was going. People think that it was being lovely on this. Bro, it was going down, bro.
Yep.
It was going down. See?
It was all hugs and kisses
You know what I'm saying?
and
You-
breads and fishes and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was going down on the scene, bro.
Right.
You know? Like, man, come on, man. 22 and 11.
Yeah, this is Revelations chapter 22 and verse 11.
Yeah.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still.
Uh-huh.
He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Right, so we ain't about to be casting our pearls before swine, man.
Nope.
You see?
And she was asking about the name. I was like, just say
I
Jesus.
was thinking that.
Just say Jesus, man. I'm not finna keep telling you the name.
Yeah,
No,
you're
just
gonna
keep
come
saying
up.
Jesus.
But you guys don't believe in Yahweh?
I don't want to say
Yes,
Jesus
you
because
are.
you don't believe it. We know what you're talking about. Just say that.
Yeah. Right, it says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
Right. On that, but yeah, man. Hey, he that is ignorant, let him be ignorant still, man. As you can see, the apostles, hey, man, is getting in that spirit of not dealing with bros, not dealing with people, with niggas, I should say. And hey, also you see the elder brother Manata Zakbai, the up and coming elder. We on the same thing, man. Moving to more quiet and secluded places and just letting the word come out, man, without all these interruptions. The Lord still, hey, you can't really hide from these demons. Because I think I heard somebody, didn't somebody end up coming up to them?
Yeah, yep. Some Edomite.
Some Edomite. So, you know, you might still have certain little interruptions. Hey, the apostle live stream, some damn nigga or demon was sitting on the side screaming. And, you know, so, hey, that's you ain't going to really ultimately be able to avoid them. But, hey, man, that's the spirit. The spirit is closing up, man. That spiritual arc is closing. Ready to close out? And with that, we're going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. And with that, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.